Hey guys, welcome back to SwissWatchExpo. Vlad is here, and today we're going to take a look at this very unique and first arrival in our collection, the Titanium Yacht-Master in 42mm. But let's start more about the history of this model. So Rolex first introduced it in 1992, and the Yacht-Master was a little bit more dressier version of their flagman collection of the Submariner. So the watch that have a little bit less of water resistance, but a little bit more dressiness, so you can still do like any activity near the water, but have a little bit more versatile watch that you can use in different occasions. And Yachtmaster became kind of like a battlefield for Rolex in terms of the innovations that they put in their watches, because this was the first model that they introduced on the Oyster Flex, and then this bracelet come to like the other models like a Sky Dweller and Daytona, and it also was one of the first models that start from like being sporty or more sporty like going to like absolute luxury, because they on Oyster Flex they first introduced them in solid rose gold, then they come back and made the a little bit larger version 42 in the white gold, and lately they also introduced the yellow gold variation of the Yachtmaster. And all that lead us to 2023, when Rolex decided to flex their muscle even more, go in more metal that they can use for the Yachtmaster model, and they come out with this titanium timepiece. It was the second titanium piece that Rolex ever made. Before this model, they also introduced the Deep Sea Challenge, that was more limited production, limited edition model, versus the Yachtmaster is actually the full production model that you can actually buy from Rolex. So what are we looking up here? So first of all, it's the RLX Titanium that the watch is made from. So this is the Rolex own titanium grade 5 alloy that they created for this watch. And when Rolex get and do something, they do it very, very right. So first of all, proportion of the watch and everything looks great, but also titanium, we all know that it's the corrosion free and a little bit more strength to the metal, but the most important thing, it's very, very light. So that's why we buy in titanium watches, because it gives you a little bit different feeling, and Rolex nail it down. This watch feels extremely light, and if we will compare it to the watches from other brands that make in similar case sizes from similar material, Rolex definitely will be a lighter case. So the watch comes at 42mm, as we all know with the Yachtmasters. Currently they're a little bit bigger for bigger wrists. It's also come with the maxi dial, so the hands and hour marker is extremely legible. You can read it very, very nicely. The bezel of the watch is unidirectional, so it's not a diving watch. It's not rotating in one direction. You can rotate it in both. So that will help you with timing certain things. And the bezel is also made from ceramic. And the movement of the watch is the Rolex in-house 3255 caliber that have 70-hour power reserve plus minus 2 seconds accuracy. So all the updated technologies are in this watch. So it's absolutely stunning addition to the Rolex collection, one of the most fresh and unique additions to the Rolex collection, and we have it at SwissWatchExpo finally. So if you are on the lookout for one of those watches and you're looking to add it to your collection, give us a call, we'll be happy to help.